Hello everyone, Creative English Academy welcomes you. Dear friends, today we are going to learn writing skill topic and that is message writing. So first of all we try to understand here what is mean by message. So message is a short informal way of communicating through writing. It is a short, we can say that, and it is an informal way of communicating through writing. It is also called a message, a piece of information or a request that you send to someone or leave for them when you cannot speak to them directly. So whenever we are not in front of the person to whom we want to give something message, that time we can write a small note and that is also known as a message. I hope so you understood here what is meant by message. Now technically we learn here some components of the message. Every message we will find this component. When we include these components in a message, that time we can say that the message is technically perfect. So these are some of the important components of the message. The first component of the message is title. Means every message we will find a title, right? Then second, the component of the message is date and time. Means every message should have date and time written over there, right? And the third point that we can say every message should include, and that is salutation. Salutation means the person to whom we want to send the message, right? So we saluted that person, we show respect to that word, that is known as salutation, right? And then fourth point is here body of the message. Body of the message means there we provide entire message, means important theme of the message that we will find in the body of the message. And next one here is the fifth point of message writing, and that is addresser. Addresser means the person who has written the message. Name of that person will find here. So dear friends, whenever we write a message, we should have these 5 points covered in that message. Then we can say that the message is technically perfect. So these are the 5 points. Now we will see some important notes or points to remember whenever we write a message. These points we must consider, and then the message we can say that is 100% correct. See, the first point we must consider, that is message should be written in the box or in the outlines, right? Each and every message whenever we write, it should be written in a box. So that is the first point we must consider or remember. Next point is that the language used when we write the message, it should be informal and simple language. Even the sentence structure should be simple sentences, right? Third point we must remember, that is the salutation should be written without titles, or only the name or relation of that person to whom we want to write the message. For example, no Mr., Miss, dear, respected doctor, like this title should not be written with the salutation. Means only the name or relation of the person should be written in the salutation point. And the fourth point, that is the body of the message must answer the following questions. Means whenever we find the answer of these the questions that I'm going to show you inside the body, that time the body is perfect. For example, the body should give the answer who had called or who has left the message. Means it should be clear when we read the message, the body should have included by whom the message is given. That should be clear. Next point is that what information does he or she want to give. It's clear information. Whatever the message is, the soul of the message should be included in the body. That point should be there. Next is there any other request, information or instruction given, that should be included in the body. And the next point is the body of the message must not exceed 50 words, right? Means the message should not be lengthier. Body should not be more words more than 50. Even sufficient 3 lines are sufficient. 4, 5, 6 lines we cannot consider that is as a message. Okay, so here you just take care one thing. Only important points must be included in the body of the message. It should not be lengthier. And last point we must consider, we must remember while writing message, the point is we must mention only the name of the addresser, no adjectives. Means last point, that is the addresser, means by whom the message is written. When we write the name of that person who has written the message, no need to add any adjective. For example, you are lovingly, you are sincere, you are faithful, you are begful, such kinds of adjectives no need to use with the addresser. That important thing we must consider here. So dear all, when we consider these points or we remember these points while writing a message, then our message would be perfect one. So we will have here an example, or the format, we can say format of a message. We will find these all points or components of a message in a format. We know that every writing skill question has a format. It is always written in a format that adorns the writing skill question, and eventually that is a skill. So here we must consider, see, as I told you that each and every writing skill should be written, or this message should be written in a box. So first of all, a box should be there. Then title, right? Message itself is the title for message writing, and that it is better to write in capital letter and underline this, the title. Then the next point is a date. See, this is the date. We have the two formats of writing date. First one is 15th June, comma 2021 is the, we can say, British format of writing date, and the next June 15, comma 2021 is American format. You can choose either British or American, but this third one, that some students they write like this 15/10/2010, that is completely invalid. That would not be considered as correct date format. So don't write like this date. If you write, then you will lose here your marks. So you have two options to write a date. You can choose either this 15 June like this British format, or here June 15 like this American format. Don't forget to put comma and full stop there. Next point is that timing. We know the digit clock or digit watch also shows timing like this: 11 semicolon, then minutes. We write hours at left hand side and minutes at right hand side. AM and PM, anti-meridian and post meridian, morning time or afternoon time, we segregate them. So like this timing should be written, that is timing. Next point is that mother, that is the salutation, right? After the timing we have the third, the fourth point, that is salutation. Mostly we write the message to our relatives, so whatever relation to whom with we have, the relation should be written. After the relation or the name of the person, there should be comma, right? So salutation is the relation, or we can say the name to whom we want to write the message is the salutation. Next point is that body of the message. So here, after the salutation we will find three or four, maximum three lines, comprises of three lines, the body of the message. And we have discussed it should be given the three answers of the question, as who has, to whom the message had left, again what is the important point he or she want to convey. Here these points should be included in the body of the message, right? And last point is that the person who has written the message, or the person who has left the message, that is the writer, message writer. We also call that addresser, right? So here I have written just a name, Mira, that is the addresser. Now this is the entire, we can say, this is entire format of the message writing. You understood here where we must have written which point should be written at which particular place in the writing skill. As at the top, title, then date, then time, then salutation, then body, and lastly addresser. Don't jumble these points. you cannot write as a day, first salutation, then date, body, then don't jumble these points. Just I mean to say, आपको ये पॉइंट जैसे है वैसे ही लिखना है, उनका प्लेस चेंज नहीं करना है. दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग. नाउ वी हैव वन simple exercise question. I will give you here which kind of question can be given in the exam and how you will deal the question. I will tell you the model answer also. यहाँ पे एग्जाम में किस तरह से क्वेश्चन पूछा जा सकता है और आपको उसको डील करना है, कैसे लिखना है. एज आई गाइड यू, आई विल टेल यू. So here exercise question on 27th January 2000, we can say that 2021 at 11 a.m. Here the conversation between Nimisha and Karan. Nimisha says, "Hello, good morning. May I speak to Mrs. Jaiswal, please?" Karan, "She is not at home right now. May I know who is speaking?" Nimisha, "This is Miss Nimisha Alia's class teacher." Karan, "Oh, good morning, ma'am. I am Alia's elder brother, Karan. Would you like to leave a message for my mother?" Nimisha, "Yes, this is regarding Alia. She has been very irregular to school lately. I heard she is not well. I hope she recovers soon. Please ask your mother to get a letter from the doctor to explain her absence when she resumes school. In case she needs to contact me, my number is 9011970297. Karan, "Thank you so much, ma'am. I am sure my mother would appreciate it." Nimisha, "My pleasure. Have a nice day." Karan, "You too." Like this, we have read here the conversation between Nimisha and Karan. So based on this conversation, now Karan will write a message. Why? Because after the conversation, Karan needs to leave for football practice. So he writes a message for his mother. So he will write the message based on the reference of this conversation happened with Mrs. Nimisha. So how we will write the message? First of all, an outline is needed, as like this outline must be written or drawn. Then at the top the title message, right? Then date, as 27th January 2017 is the date. Then timing 11 a.m. Then salutation, he has written the message to his mother, means relation, mother relation, it is written here, and then comma mother. Then Alia's class teacher called. She has requested you to get a letter from the doctor to explain her absence at school. In case you need to contact her, her number is 9011970297 and addresser Karan. So dear friends, here you can see at the top title is there, then date, then time, then salutation, the relation mother, then body of the message, it is comprises with only 3 lines, and I think so it is less than 50 words also. And lastly here addresser. So we have covered all the components of a good message. Again, here you can see the points: title, date, time, salutation, body, and addresser. It is also a model message writing. Now it is your turn. It is exercise question. It is in front of you. So read the telephonic conversation between Rahul and Smriti, and then based on your learning you can write a message as Rahul, "Hello, can I speak to Akshay please?" Smriti, "He is not at home. Who is speaking?" Rahul, "I am Rahul, his friend." Smriti, "Would you like to leave a message for him?" Rahul, "Yes, please inform him to bring his science notebook to school tomorrow." Smriti has an appointment with the dentist, so she leaves a message for Akshay. With she will write the message. Then write the message. Now it is your turn. You are known now which point should be there in the message. First of all, title. The entire message should be written in a box. At the top, title. then date, then timing, then salutation, then body of the message, and lastly addresser or the person who has written the message. So I hope so you understood how a good message should be written, which point it should have. So everything we have learned here. Just practice, and you even can send a writing based on this conversation to me. Thank you very much for watching. Thanks.